baby, today we're going to expose the hidden stress habit quietly, stealing those gains, yes, and give you a simple, repeatable fix to lower the cortisol, lift your mood, and unlock stronger training, better sleep, and steady momentum. And it all starts right now, live. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Jimmy, let's get it going now. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
Doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Hey, good morning and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends, your live morning show built for real talk, motivating content, and entertaining conversation that helps men start their day right now. Yes, this is a live conversation where laughter meets accountability, caffeine meets clarity, oh baby, and small habits, well, they win big wins. Those small habits will help you build big wins. True mother. Oh, before we jump in, what do you guys think of the new hat? You guys like the new hat? The hat was sitting over here on the counter. I pulled it out hey, throw some new wardrobe on here today. Before we jump in, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment. This is a live show, and we want to hear from you live. Yes, none of this pre-recorded this is an R-rated show, sometimes X-rated. I was just about to say none of the pre-recorded bullshit. No, live, errors, mistakes, failures, falling, everything we need to do to have success in life. True story. So, hey, if you got kids around, I'd invite you to put the headphones on, walk them out, or just teach them that the handsome chief might just drop the F word every now and then. True story. Or you might hear John burping every now and then. True story. And hey, you hit that snooze button. I know Daniel Intorella does not hit the snooze button. No, because if you do, you're going to be 9 minutes behind. And Apple, if you're an iPhone owner, Apple's making it really easy for you guys to fucking snooze. I'm telling you, Apple does not have your interests at heart. No, not at all. Do not hit snooze. I didn't hit snooze today. Can you tell by my energy? I'm 9 minutes ahead of you. I'm 9 minutes, I'm 9 reps ahead of you. And if you've been snoozing for 7 days, I'm actually an hour ahead of you. So listen, ask yourself this, Mr. Average Man. If you're an average man, keep acting average. If you're not average, hang out with us every single morning, live, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Better yet, get up 7:30 Eastern time with Matt Roof, Kindness Rising, live on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. Before we get to the big show right here, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Hey, coming up in hour one, guys, we're going to start playful. We're going to start playful. Yes, those are the words in front of me right now. So we're going to start playful. Oh my goodness, playful. Yay! Yes, we are going to start playful. We're talking about the coffee mug, apparently. Yes, your coffee mug exposes you. You know those coffee mugs when you put liquid in it and the clothes came? Oh no, that's the beer mug that my grandpa had. Oh yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. That beer mug when you put the liquid in it and the clothes came off the girl in the glass. I'm sorry. I was part of that generation. Yep, true story. You know, the glass had hey Sullivan, I see you out there. You know that glass with the girl had the clothes on it. And then when you put liquid in it, the clothes came off. So by the time you were drinking the beer out of the glass, the girl was naked. Sorry. True story, Melissa. True story, Jimmy. That was the generation of content. That was the risque. Are you drinking the beer out of the glass with the naked girl on it? Yeah. So I don't know how we got to the naked girl from the coffee mug, but we did end up getting there. Hey, that mug in your hand, we're talking about, it's just not holding caffeine. It might be holding a mirror to your habits. Yes, center stage, the longevity hack you haven't tried. Hour 2, deep dive, the hidden stress. And then we're going to get to a fun conversation today, guys. The garage door opener for men. You guys drive away from the house from time to time and go, fuck. Did I close the garage door? Did I close the garage door? And then you sit, and I know technology now, we have gadgets on our phones where we can decide, and we know whether we change or close the garage door. But you're like, oh my God, did I close the garage door? It's like, I think the girl who's like, hey, did the curling iron go off? Or did I turn it on? Did I turn the stove off? Same thing, man. You leave the house, you're cooking a turkey or you barbecue. Did I turn the stove? Did you close the garage door? We're going to talk the garage door sprint. Did I close it, or is this my villain origin? Morning focus. I'm going to teach you guys, like I taught Matty the Roof. I see you in the comments there, brother, how not to feed the trolls. And as you know, John would like to say, when they're talking smack, you're on the right track. And there's a lot of truth to that. But there's a lot of truth to having fun with the trolls and how you can build your business with the trolls. Hey, listen, here's the truth. If there were no trolls in my world, I would not be in the point of my life that I am. What's that? Built and sold a company for $50 million. Why? Because of trolls. Yeah, true story. Yeah, so trolls were trolling me, and because I had trolls on the planet, somebody needed to manage the trolls, and I put my hand up and said, I'll manage the trolls. So we're talking trolls hour 2, and then our very own, oh yes, we like to take ownership here in the lab, our very own Maya Reyes. Yeah. One of the smoke shows here in the lab. You got Sophia Grant, you got Maya Reyes. Maya Reyes joining us for Community Corner. We're going to dig into YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack. We're checking out what creators are doing out there in the world of the interwebs. Yes. So guys, pour that coffee or pour the beer in your mug and watch the girls' clothes come off. Yes, it's true, Maddie, right? Holy shit, the glass, the pen that you turn upside down on a deck of dirty playing cards. Rufy, I knew we were going to vibe when I met you and I told you I fell in love with you because your character. And I know we're in the same brain, so I know when I'm talking, you're thinking, holy fuck, Bilous. I had that same grandpa in New York when I went into, hey, dude, my grandpa here in Winnipeg, going down to his basement, we're talking ultimate retro porn, man. Oh, the glass, the pen, the posters, anything that I don't want to say perverted, but anything that a man that would have interest in porn back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, definitely in my grandpa's basement. Yeah, true story. Guys, Rahima, you ready? Jimmy, you ready? Neiman, are you ready? The morning loop. It starts right now. Oh, right. We don't have a transition to it because ChatGPT is not working this morning. Love it. So, hey, it's funny, man. It's fucking, this is awesome. So this is why I love this. This is live. So I get a note this morning as I'm walking into the lab from producer Neiman. She's like, hey, ChatGPT has not been working for me. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Cool. She's like, no, but it's just not working. It's not cooperating with me. All right. So ChatGPT usually helps us with Sterling and Preston and our transition stuff. So the old handsome chief was ready to throw it to the morning loop. And well, true story. ChatGPT dropped the ball. So I suspect we'll have some fun transitions coming up a little bit later here. I do have my lovely, lovely pet here in the show this morning. Good morning, Lauren. She's going to get up and get after it today. She always does every single day. Working hard, preventing osteoporosis. Yeah. Guys, telling you, man, got to be strong. Age and get strong so you can pick up those grandkids. Be strong as we get older. Those bones don't break. You know, yeah, we got to have a healthy heart. Yeah, we want to keep that cardio up, but you guys got to lift those weights. And if you're lifting weights, maybe it'll encourage your lovely partner to lift those weights, and it becomes a big cycle, right? You lift, she lifts, she lifts, you lift, and then what happens is you probably connect over some love and attraction, and because you're loving the habits that you're each doing amongst each other. And then what happens is you might meet along the way for some great life expectancy work. So encourage each other, support each other, and get up, get after it, and try to hit those big, audacious goals along the way. All right, Jon Andersen is joining us here in a couple moments, but before we do that, guys, I am going to get to the morning loop topic. But hey, before we do that, I like to throw this out on the table because I know every now and then Lady Drew's out there listening. Maddie, we know she is. Phone lines are open, second hour, 431-300-3005, 431-300-3005. Send a text, send a voicemail, drop something to say, and we'd love to have you on the second part of the show. I see the big dog is just joining us in the lab there, Jimmy. Let's bring him up. Let's bring in the man himself, Mr. Jon.
Happy Thursday, nation. Keith, John, crew, we missed you in a totally emotionally evolved way. And by the way, John, we've got a surprise for you. Yep. We broke into the control room to introduce you to a certain producer. Today is the day, nation. You're meeting Jimmy. But first, we've got a show to start. First up, what your coffee mug says about your life. True story. Let's get this show started, fellas.
I have no idea what the hell they're cooking up, man. I got no clue.
Yeah, I was gonna say my gay brother's been thinking about me.
Yeah.
I wonder if they think about me in the shower like you do.
I got no idea what the crew's up to at all. Actually, zero. And I've encouraged it because I don't want to know. It's more fun when we do the show together and I know what the hell's happening. So I said, just go to town. And Neiman and Jimmy have been having some fun with it. So I expect we're going to have a little surprise here today, brother.
That's the way it's the best, man. I agree with you. You know,
I
like
agree.
when we talked about how we were going to make this thing killer.
Yeah.
One of the things is I don't only tell me what you have to. I feel like I'm better when it's just going.
Well, and you know what? And I did tons of research on morning shows, John, and the successful morning shows are chemistry and community. And there's a purpose. Listen, dude, I would love to talk to you all fucking day. I love you. I love chatting with you. I love our chemistry. I love how we talk. But dude, I'm like, no, I'm going to save it for, because that's why there's chemistry here, right? Because we don't know. But yet it's funny because we don't know, but yet we do know. We talk for 10 hours a week together, you and I, right? So we can finish each other's sentences. But I love the not knowing stuff because it's just it's a better experience for everybody involved.
Well, we're confident in what we're doing.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yes.
You know, and I feel like to make this thing organic,
yes,
if we understand too much, it's not organic.
Yes. Speaking of organic, I got a big dust.
Nice hat, by the way.
I was waiting for your comment. I have another one here, but it didn't match the shirt. One of my 3 morning shirts, so I'll wear it a different day. But hey, I got a pretty significant statement for you this morning. Are you ready?
Yeah, come on, baby.
I had a good sleep. You're like, yeah, so what? Here's the joke. But my Apple Watch told me that. No shit. And that's my point, is that we've been having laughter over the last number of days around what metrics tell us. And I woke up this morning bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, consecutive days of life expectancy work, good sleep, good food, not bad decisions. I woke up this morning ready to go. And then I looked at my score and I'm like, I know I'm feeling great, even though my number says that I am. There's my point, Johnny.
That's beautiful, babe. Because when it comes down to it, you get up, see how you feel, you look in the mirror, then when you get on the scale, if someone does that, that scale should just be a gauge on, oh shit, maybe I actually gained a little muscle because I clearly look better today.
Yes.
Versus, oh my God, the scale went up and all of a sudden their idea of what they're going to look like goes to hell because it's all dictated by a number.
The same thing, I saw a good post this morning on LinkedIn. There's a trainer, a fitness trainer, who went out there and said, here's what his post was something like, basically, I was traveling all day. Here's what I ate. And he just said what he ate. And he probably ate stuff that he normally wouldn't eat. But his point was, I ate. I didn't I didn't wreck my day. I didn't stress about it. I didn't starve myself. I ate. And then tomorrow I'm going to get back to my regular routine, which is the point, right? Because too often, because I've been that guy, Johnny, where, I work with a coach, a mentor like yourself. You're teaching me. I fall off the rails. I beat myself up because the numbers, or I eat something shitty. And then I fucking fall back for a number of days. I loved his message, which was, go.
Yeah, let it roll off your back, man. Let it roll off your back, because the mistake is not today. The mistake is letting today turn into the next 3.
Well, that's exactly what was fun about his note, right? Which was, it's whether you judge it as a mistake or judging as I needed to eat, so I'm just making decisions on the fly here. And yeah, we can say you can be better prepared. So sometimes it doesn't work that way. But his point was, the next day I got up, went back to sleep, got my good food and got my habits back stacking. And I know we talk about it often, right? Is that it's just the consistency, right? It's the whole goal of it, right? So,
what helps me on those days is just a little premeditation.
Yes. Right.
I'm traveling on Monday to Mexico. So I already know what container I'm going to put a whole bunch of fucking ground beef and eggs into.
You're already thinking about it.
And I'll fill it up and I'll just kind of snack on it on the way.
Yeah.
Now, usually when we're driving and we stop to get gas and take a piss, I'll usually have a protein bar, which is a fucking total treat for me.
I'm just going to say very rare for you. Yeah.
And so it's like I premeditate what's going to happen so that I'm not making decisions on the fly. That's where the problems come in.
It absolutely is. It's the stupidest cliche in the world, but the idea of planning for success, it might be like one of the most important statements, right? Because to your point, Monday you're driving, you're driving. It's funny, I put a post up today, right? Because we're actively recruiting creators to join the live network. And my post was essentially like, the next 12 months are happening anyways, John. They are. Like, we both know they're happening. Just like we joke often. Your taxes are coming. Like, you can't avoid them. The next, like, November 6th, 2026 is 364 days from now. So if you're struggling as a creator with a marketing plan, or you're doing a podcast you've set aside, or you're trying to do something, like we've shown you for the last 2 years, we've built something here now. So join the network. But my point is, next Monday's coming. You've planned for it, because it's not going to be an accident for you, because it's just over there.
Dude, I'm telling you, the phrase that I'm sure people that know me are so fucking tired of hearing this. Tomorrow's success is planned today.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of tomorrow's and today, yesterday. What was your day like yesterday, brother? What happened yesterday?
It was a non-training day.
Yeah.
It was a good day. I had 3 naps, funny enough.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, they were short though, because Tara and I played, we played pickleball, and we were a little tight on the time. And so, dude, we just fucking kicked ass for like 30 minutes. I was breathing, dude. Like, really breathing. Yeah.
I never asked this question, but who usually wins with you guys?
We don't play to win. We played to exercise.
Okay. Yeah.
In a perfect world, it sounds goofy, but it's like, think ping pong. Think how good you'd have to get at ping pong to knock that fucking ball back and forth without going off the table.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really our goal.
Okay.
So we don't really warm up. We just kind of get out there and just start hitting easy shots. Yeah. And all it takes is one of us to hit a fucking goofy shot. The other one's got to fucking take off, run, and try to backhand it back over. Right. So perfect example. Like if she hits a shot and I have to fucking, really go for it.
Yes.
I'm going to try to get it back over and when I can, then she's going to pop it up really fucking high to give me a chance to recover, to get back in, to give her a good shot. So we're literally working as a team.
Nation, you're listening to Old People Pickleball with Jon Andersen and Terry Anderson.
Well, it's kind of like playing one-on-one basketball. You just
I know.
Playing.
Yes.
Yeah. And realistically, we're not that good yet. And so
you're probably better than most people. Like, I've never played pickleball. I've played a lot of ping pong growing up.
Well, good to what we would, and when you play by the rules, like you're playing like points.
Yes.
You minimally go back and forth 3-4 times and then it's reset. So you're not really, granted, you get a workout, but it's a different kind of workout. 30 minutes is not going to get you what we were looking for. Yes.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Hey, so I got a funny conversation to have with you today. Let's talk about coffee mugs, man. Have you ever, it's funny because there's certain things that just touch everyone. Like most,
you got to remind me to tell you about the eggshells after, because we're talking
about coffee. Yes, absolutely. And I've been thinking a lot about a conversation with nicotine yesterday too. Don't know if we'll get much to it today, but I'm thinking about maybe bringing some back to the table next week and so forth.
Yeah,
I got a conversation.
Two of my pieces of gum already down. I got 2 more right here.
I've been thinking about it since our chat yesterday, man. It's actually fascinating. Good morning, Petricelli. He says pickleball has gotten more people off their ass than almost any other activity. He's so right.
I heard it was developed in prisons. What I heard.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like how somehow they were able to rig up, just a kind of a short version of tennis or something. Is what I heard. Who fucking knows?
Speaking of prison, I saw a picture of P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs in prison.
What happened to him, by the way?
Well, he's still going to do that 4-year sentence for all that craziness that he was exhibiting over his lifestyle for many years. So we got 4 years in prison. We'll leave all the other bullshit aside. But what I found interesting is so here's who's hanging out with in prison. And this makes sense, right? When you hear this.
What kind of prison's he in, though? He's in play golf every day?
Yeah, he's in Fort Dix in Texas. So I don't know much about it, to be frank with you, but he's hanging out with a former NBA pro guy. So it's funny, right? Because you're wondering, so who is he going to hang out with? So he found another, he's probably thinking to himself, okay, that guy is kind of on the same level as me, so I'll go hang out with him. That's probably what I'm suspecting.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you're drawn to people that understand the life that you live.
Yes. Right. So that's, and he looks nothing like the Puff Daddy that you and I grew up with. I'll tell you that picture. Like, oh, okay, there you go. That's what prison does to you. So,
it's weird. Early on, it's like in that whole gangster rap thing. And he just seemed like he was such a fucking caring dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It
seemed like he was so he was just didn't understand why there wasn't love for everybody.
Almost like too good to be true, almost, eh? When you think back to it now,
I kind of wonder, was that just a facade, or did he somehow get jaded over the time?
It's interesting to hear you say that, Anderson, because it's like his white parties and the brand that he built, I think is very much like you're talking about, right? Which is shielding all the grossness that he was essentially perpetuating behind the scenes, right? So
then his mom was involved too, so fuck, it went right through the.
Oh, dude.
I think when it comes down to it, brother, money and power change people.
Oh, fuck yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
How can it not though? Like I just because
it's gonna make you more of what you are. So he had that in it.
Yes.
It just wasn't. Yes.
Yes. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So hey, coffee mugs. What kind of mug do you use? Do you use is it the same one you use every single day?
I have two that are the same size at this house anyway.
Yeah.
This one, I think this one says "I love you." Yes, it does. The other one, I think it's caffeine in kilos.
Yeah.
But this the size I'm after.
Oh yeah.
So we have these big fuckers.
Yes.
But Jesus Christ, it gets cold so fucking fast because it's such a big mouth.
It's interesting. I do not like. You notice how I changed my words. I do not like cold coffee. I know you like your cold brew. I know you enjoy it, but I also know you like your hot.
But I like it intentionally cold.
Yeah,
fucking not getting there because I didn't get it down quick enough.
Yes, I know. I was drinking out of a big mug for a while, and I didn't enjoy it because as I was getting through it, I was finding it was getting cold, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this cold, lukewarm coffee. I like a hot black coffee, right?
Yeah.
But apparently there's some humor within this. What our coffee mug might say about us. Right. So if you just walk around with that classic white mug or classic black mug, maybe it signals minimalism and practicality. Yet we both know a lot of people carry those motivational quote mugs. Right.
Maybe it fucking symbolizes that you just want a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Or that too. Yeah.
And
absolutely.
You don't fucking give a shit what's on the mug. Some of the mugs I'm carrying around, fucking some of the weirdest shit on there. One of the ones they drink in Mexico says SDSU mom.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's from one of our daughters from school. On a Mother's Day from school gift. It says, fuck, I don't give a shit. People look at what I'm drinking. Whatever.
I know. Well, believe me, I know. To some folks, though, it's their motivational. Good morning, Nino Fincher. Nino in the lab with us this morning. Good to see you out there, Nino.
Coffee cup with a lid, he says.
Yeah, coffee cup with a lid. There you go. Yes, Nino joined me. She joined us. Nino joins us. She's all the way from. I think Nino. She's in Texas. I think it is actually. So good to have you on the show.
Nino's a female. Glad you pointed that
Nino.
out.
Yeah. She joined me on a community corner segment a few months back. Incredible human being, great content. Has been going through a journey in life. And if you recall, I said to you when I had her on the show that she was going through some tough times, and that my heart and your heart was thinking about her. So Nino, I hope life is moving in a continued positive direction for you, and my prayers and thoughts continue to go with you as we talk about coffee mugs. But John, the point of this conversation I thought about was as much because we know some people need little things, right? You talk habit stacks all the time. A simple habit stack is a good reminder on your coffee mug, maybe, right? Drinking your coffee and maybe it's time to do something. So maybe not for you, maybe not for me, but many folks buy their mugs or use mugs based on how it's going to get them through the day. Think about that for a second. Because
sometimes people are buying shirts because they
that's exactly my point. Yes, that's exactly my point. So Dallas, Texas, Nino Fincher joining us here today. Hey, so the dude who owns the dude who runs Microsoft, Mustafa Salam. No, hold on a second.
Hold on. Before we switch gears, let me tell you about the coffee.
Tell you the coffee shells. Yes, thank you. Yes.
So
you still using them?
Yeah, I love them. But now with our daughter home, there's me, there's Terry, and her. So at the end of the fucking day, there's a shitload of shells, right? So
does your daughter crush eggs too, like you do? Does your whole family crush eggs?
We all eat eggs. Yeah, of course.
Just crushing them, eh? Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, crushing them for what they consider crush.
Daily. Yeah.
But so I'm putting these in there, and Terry goes, "Jesus Christ, that's a lot." Because it was like a third of the fucking of the filter bin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't even thinking about it. The more I put in there, the smoother it gets. The more I put in, it's fucking nuts, right?
Interesting.
Yeah. And she goes, that's a lot of calcium. And I was like, is there, at that point, I'd never really thought about ODing on calcium. I mean, granted, there was years where I was eating the fucking whole egg with the shells, like a dozen to 18 a day, the shells right down the hatch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wasn't really too freaked out about it. And I'm still not too freaked out about it. But so I figured, what the fuck? Let's ask chat.
Yes.
Hey, chat, this is what I do with my coffee. And they said, oh, there's very little risk to this. And then I said, I put about 15 eggshells in a pot of coffee. And he comes back and says, whoa, this is a little bit more than like that. Didn't quite understand how extreme I am, And so comes back and says, yeah, there's some possible issues here, because I guess too much, I mean, there's a lot of good benefits, but can give you fucking kidney stones.
No shit. Really?
Yeah, so I said, well, if, I haven't done it that long. We go to Mexico. I don't do it because we have a different coffee maker. But anyway, so I asked them, what's a alternative? And they said, well, what they recommend was, or what chat recommended was like, 2 or 3 shells in a whole fucking pot of coffee. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's like giving away a Tic Tac.
2-3 shells? Fuck, man.
For the whole fucking pot. I would 2-3 shells in a cup, Anyway, so check this out. 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda will have the same effect. So tomorrow, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut my shells in half.
No shit.
So what I'm going to start doing, actually, I'm going to get one of those little, the little things where we put the beans. Right?
Yeah.
Beans
Grinder.
Hole in the maker. So I'm going to start grinding up the extra and just have myself a big fucking thing of shells and just take a tablespoon, dump it in there, rather than I'm probably putting 6 or 8 tablespoons now.
How did you learn about the baking soda? Did you do the research? Obviously.
I just told you. I was talking to chat.
No, I know, but it said, like, I think I missed that part. It said that baking soda.
I said to chat, this shit, they're like, you get kidney stones from this extreme behavior is what it said.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But what's a safer alternative?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed it. Okay.
An 1/8 of a tablespoon, which is not much.
No, not powder, but soda. Interesting.
Yeah. Baking soda powder. What is it? Isn't it all powder?
Well, no, but there's baking soda and baking powder. They're the same, but they're different.
Well, I think they were talking about the powder.
Okay. Yeah, Melissa.
At least here, when we say baking soda, it's that little fucking yellow box.
Yeah.
The guy with the flexed arm on there.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, the same guy. Yeah.
So I'm going to try that tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Bicarbonate
kind of gives me the cool idea. Well, I'm going to just keep grinding up all these eggshells and just fucking put them in a container so I can just take a tablespoon.
I love it, man. I love it.
Which will make my process easier because grinding all those fucking shells up actually was a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Hey, here's a question for you since we're speaking eggs, because you're an expert in them. And I'm gonna ask a serious question, not naivety. That's why I'm asking it. When we boil our eggs, there's times that sometimes the eggshell has a hard time coming off it, peeling it. What's the reason for that? Is it undercooked or is it a fresh egg? And I'm being very serious.
Honestly, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking
about? We boil them.
Yeah.
Once we get to that right spot, don't overdo it.
No, I know.
Put it into cold water with ice in it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't do the ice like cold water. Yeah.
That's what makes it peel easy.
Yeah. What are you, a hard boiled, soft boiled, medium boiled kind of guy, or what do you got?
Dude, if I can hit the money on the soft boiled, oh buddy.
Yeah.
I love the soft. And then if I can hit the number on the soft boiled, I'll test one, like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I'll fucking drop it into like a bottle of like pickle juice. And
I know I haven't tried that. I gotta try that.
Dude, that is with the soft boiled with the pickled flavor.
Yeah.
Holy Christ. It's like crack, dude. Yeah. I honestly, they're so fucking good. I have a hard time. You know who crushes that is my main guy from my coaching and mentoring company.
Yeah.
Fuck, he makes the best ones. I'm like, dude, don't let me see those. I'll eat them all.
So, I think
it might as well be like him showing up with a bag of cookies.
That's funny. So let's just walk this through. So when you say pickle juice, so I'll grab a jar of pickles and boil my eggs and drop some eggs into the pickle juice, right? As simple as that.
That's the simple way. But Terry actually, what she does is she kind of makes her own deal. She puts She puts a few beets in there, so it's a little bit of a red look. She puts some different spices and puts apple cider vinegar. I think there is some pickle juice, but this pickle juice is the easiest way. Just take the fucking pickles out, you know. You put them in another jar. They don't have to be floating in all that shit, or even just take the pickles out and some of the juice leaves, because the eggs you don't need that much juice to pickle them.
So in my experience, 6 minutes for a good soft boiled egg. You 6?
Honestly, I don't try to do that stuff.
So that's what so here's my process. I'll tell you right now, I get the water boiling. As soon as I see it boiling, I drop my eggs in with my tongs or with like a little later, drop them in there, go to my watch, 6 minutes, it's done, and they're fucking perfect.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
I'm like you. I don't like the hard kind of boiled. So I've been really kind of neurotic around, is it 7 or is it 8? And sometimes my OCD goes, oh my God, this egg's been in there for 30 seconds before I get to the 6th one. So I'm fucking panicking, and I'm joking, of course, but it's those 6. I find it that 6
because it's you're catching it right as that starts to turn. Like when you're cooking eggs, I like to have that yolk still be a little loose.
Yes.
But if it's in a pan, an extra, Jesus Christ, an extra 30 seconds, it's passed.
Yeah. So, okay. So you asked Chad about your eggshell situation. Well, I got something for you to support your questioning. A Nature Machine intelligent paper from Stanford. Hey, John, Stanford's California, isn't it? Down the street from you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
My great grandfather was a professor there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew somewhere in your lineage, great grandpa, right? Yeah, not stepdad, great grandpa. Yeah.
Then my grandma became a doctor at Stanford. She was the first female doctor in California to deliver a baby.
Come on. The first female doctor in California to deliver a baby.
I think she might actually be the first female doctor, and then the first one also to deliver a baby.
That's very cool. What's so crazy about that is that, we take that for granted today in 2025, yet back when that happened, pretty big deal. Like, think about that, right? It's like, you can only imagine at the time, right? Like those decisions with the families going, what do you mean there's going to be a female doctor delivering my child? I guarantee you there was folks during that situation going, I don't know if I want the female doctor doing it. I guarantee you those conversations were being had.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She was a high profile doctor, and my grandfather was actually a high profile lawyer. He did a lot of he was kind of one of those guys that took he did the stuff that he believed in.
Okay.
So that kind of got his name.
Yeah.
So when he passed, they actually fucking closed the courts in San Francisco for a day in his honor.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a full-blooded he's from Denmark, full-blooded.
Okay.
And he was as I understand, he was a fucking hard ass. I never met him.
No shit.
Yeah, like my grandma, she kept wanting to have kids.
Yeah.
So the last one they had, he was pissed. Didn't want another kid. And so obviously she was a doctor. So she left my uncle, his name is David, we call him Andy.
Yeah.
Left him at the fucking hospital for 2 weeks. Couldn't bring him home because he was
Come on.
Yeah, of course she was there with him every day, but she's like, fucking bring this little guy home, bring him into a shitstorm.
That's cool. So it's funny because your lineage and your interests don't really fall too far from the proverbial apple tree, right? And you look at Stanford professor, your interest in science and the body and so forth. Like there's
the common thread of the whole thing is that everybody's very driven.
I was just gonna say, it strikes me that everybody in your family had a massive purpose, like a drive, something about you guys that was like, right?
Yeah, they were then 2 of my uncles became lawyers.
Okay,
and my aunt, she became a school teacher. They kind of raised her a little different in those days. They didn't really push the females the same way, But then she married a lawyer.
Yes.
So it's just fucking lawyers coming out everywhere.
That's interesting. Good morning, Season's Drink. Good to have you here this morning, brother. Egg yolks have choline, yes, which is good for your brain and your liver health. And Sullivan, I appreciate you, brother. I love learning about the Mornings in Lab family. Yes, absolutely. I love sharing everything we possibly can. I will say, though, John, within my family, I certainly am the odd one. Like, I'm not
brother, speaking the same language here, baby.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah, like there's similarities, but I am the stepchild or the cousin.
Sheep.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I will struggle.
That was totally known. Even my cousins, you're the black sheep.
Yeah, interesting.
They would call me the black sheep.
Well, as we know, I grew up like on an ancestral farm with my family over there, so shit was kind of crazy. Shit was kind of crazy. So I was the different one. But all joking aside, when
were you the only one that grew up on the funny farm?
Well, no, there was a lot of people growing up on the funny farm. I'll tell you, that was a lot of people growing up on the. My mom had 13 brothers and sisters.
Never knew who was going to rub you up next. Huh?
Dude, I witnessed some crazy shit, man. I'm just gonna say it. I was like, I
love the fucking honesty, though. A lot of times people wouldn't have the balls to be honest about something like that.
Yeah, but
they want to hide it.
Yeah, but you know what? What I've learned, I think we can speak for each other. That's the whole point of what we're doing here. Right. And so it's like when I've said to people, you've heard me say on the show, some people talk about their faith, and I'm glad you talk about it. Like, oh, I didn't know you could talk about faith. No, but that's all of you, isn't it? It's like you coming on here saying, no, Keith, I'm not talking about this part. I'm like, well, that's not going to fucking work, because that's part of who you are. So if part of my experiences was witnessing weird behavior between my fucking family and my cousins, then because there's other people out there listening to this show that have experienced some of the same shit.
We have all fucking witnessed some weird shit.
100%. 100%. So don't fucking tell me nobody's seen
weird to one
shit.
Is not always weird to the next.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
That same weird shit I had. So on that farm, there was a young man that my family had adopted. His name was Mike. They called him Bimbo. That's a whole other story. And he was not all there, but he was a farmhand. Well, me and all the young cousins,
they adopted him, huh?
Yeah.
Give him a place. That's cool.
I'll tell you what happened. So my Gigi, my grandfather was at the local hardware store in town, and this man was wandering around lost. He was orphaned, like left, and he only had a few fingers. He was mentally retarded, like
when
not all
say
there.
Man, how old? Like a young man or older?
Yeah, young man, and a little man. Like like a little Benny Hill, a little man. Okay, like so you can start imagining, right? Little man, no, mental faculty not there,
missing fingers, wandering.
Yeah, 100%.
Clearly needing some assistance.
100%. My Gigi said, "I'll give you a place to stay if you come work for me." He went, moved in, lived there forever, became adopted, became part of the family, became like my Uncle Bimbo. We became, but not the butt part. Young boys growing up on the farm and cousins on the farm, and there's the young man who looks a little different. Well, of course, what happens is the teasing and the fun stuff starts happening, right? So, I can remember when Bimbo was sleeping at night. We joked his name was Bimbo. We would shove frogs into the bed and frogs into his underwear and frogs and everything. So he'd go to bed and he'd get up and he'd start screaming at us and chasing us around the house with a machete. And not that he would hurt us, but that's just the crazy shit, right? But that's the farm stuff.
I don't know if I'd want someone with low mental faculties, missing fingers, waving a machete at me.
Well, but he never harmed a soul. But it was just his way.
He never harmed a soul until he accidentally cut off a couple of your fingers.
He lost his fingers on the combine.
Yeah.
But there's an example of just that was but that's just a big part.
In those environments, fuck, man. My brother used to shoot me with a fucking BB gun.
Well, dude, I told the story. I had my neighbor. And he's like,
I was shooting for your wallet. I missed.
I had a neighbor who said to me, "Hey,
fucking hit me dead in the middle of the back. You weren't even shooting for my ass. What are you talking about?"
He would come over to my yard and ride around on his bike, and he'd say, "You go hide in the bushes and shoot me." So I did. And then the next day he told his mom, and I got in shit for it and got my gun taken away because he's like, "Keith was shooting me." I'm like, "You told me to fucking shoot you." So just think about how we're talking right now. That conversation in 2025 with kids just doesn't happen.
Well, dude, you remember those guns, the little BB guns? It was you pump them.
100%. Right? Yes.
You heard that fucking third click, and you were in for a good one.
Yes.
You heard one click, you're okay. Didn't matter how close by you were.
Oh
Hear
my
that
God.
Third one, you couldn't fucking, even if you're on your bike, you were in fucking trouble.
The
further away you got, the more clicks you heard. I'm like, God damn it.
I know.
fuck, man, this is a 5. Your counting clicks just fucking burning.
Yes. So it was the same for him. So let's keep going here. Have you been around situations where, people in the family were cutting chickens' heads off? I was part of that. Like, so at the farm there. So my uncles taught me how we would eat chickens.
Oh, dude, I saw all that, man.
Me too. Yeah.
The first time that I saw, so is actually this, it was just, I can't remember the type. It was a blue. It was a fucking huge cow. Like, it was just the type. He was kind of bluish, right? Yes. And so I called him Luther because I had seen, we didn't have TV, but I'd seen a little clip of Hulk, Incredible Hulk, and I Lou Ferrigno, so I called him Luther.
Lou Ferrigno, big idol of mine for sure. And,
he fucking grew up to be big.
Yeah,
right? And I didn't realize he was a cow they're going to slaughter.
Yeah.
And so I remember when they did it, I don't know, I just wanted to be there. And the hand took it. They put him in the little what's it called where he can't get away, the little stall, right?
Yeah.
In there tight, so he can't go anywhere.
Yes.
And the hand took a pistol, the big old fucker, like a dirty, hairy looking thing.
Yes.
And literally took the barrel of the gun and kind of drew an X from eye diagonal to nostril and vice versa.
Yes.
And fucking popped him right in the fucking middle of that X. And he didn't fucking move.
No.
Blood came out and rolled down, and he fucking licked the blood. And I was just like, holy shit. I was thinking to myself, God, did that hurt him? I mean, he was in shock. So of course they fucking cocked it and popped it. Took 3 fucking things. And dude, when he went out on the third one, it was like, that was the weirdest part. It was like somebody just unplugged him. His legs just left. It just boom, just fell to the ground. I was like, whoa, much easier for me to watch a chicken get his head cut off. Because at least when they fucking put the chicken down, he ran around crazy for a few minutes, which actually was, became a little bit entertaining.
Well, that's what I remember. So I've experienced those same things. I've seen the cow shot. I've seen the calf calved, and you stick your arm into the cow. And I was invited to do. I've milked the teats of a cow, and I've been around all that. And then the crowning moments when, to your point, you're seeing the fucking chicken flop around, right? So, and I was the young man that was with my cousins, went and caught the chicken, and they gave it to my uncle to chop the head off, and then we'd watch it fucking flop around. Then we'd go catch it. And then we'd take it back to the summer kitchen and we'd pluck the feathers. I remember doing all that, actually. And then we'd have the fucking chicken for dinner. I know it's gross to many people, but that's just how it worked.
No, that's I mean, I never really connected to the chickens like I did to Luther, And when other cows did that, I didn't really care either because I didn't really connect with them.
Yeah. Good morning, Mike.
That's when I kind of started to realize that I need to understand what the purpose of all these animals are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then the last one, since we're having this conversation, I'll continue to share with you. My Matt Roof, Kindness Rising. Dude, I was big into the slingshot as well. I love the fucking slingshot. And the throwing stars, watching, kind of meeting Jackie Chan and some of the ninja shit on TV we grew up with. And you're like, oh, yeah, I want to get some fucking throwing stars, right? So that was cool shit too. But the other animal that I was a part of, Johnny, was trapping, killing, and skinning a beaver.
Interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
I never had any experience with a beaver.
Well, maybe you have, just maybe not.
At least not in the wild anyway.
That's what, I remember when I was out in Saskatchewan there a month ago to see Carter playing hockey. I went to my uncle's place, and he was the guy that taught me. We did the catching, the trapping, the skinning of the beaver together. And that was a fascinating experience too, because it was over a few days because we were monitoring the beaver where the beaver was building the dam and disrupting their farm, right? Because where it was building the dam and the water flow, right? So
it slows the water down. They need that water.
So they're like, this thing's a fucking nuisance. So we're going to kill it.
Got to get them out of it because you tear it down, he'll rebuild it.
That's exactly it. So they killed it, skinned it, and turned the pelt into money. They sold it.
I mean, when you're using, like the Indians would use all parts of an animal, that's very, very different than just, like killing something to kill something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, 100%. Good morning, everybody. Hang out with Keith and John here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John. We're just talking about stuff that we weren't planning on talking about today, which is the whole point of the show. Mike McQuillan joining us this morning from Peru.
Season says it's a cow shoot. Thank you, brother.
Yes, that's exact. Yeah, exactly. The cow shoot. Yes. And yeah, Maddie, you're right. Saturday AM Kung Fu after cartoons. McQuillan comes back and says, "Greetings. I can hear the roosters across the street. The store owners promised it will be quick and painless and delicious." Yes. Well, and Mike, when I was in Peru with Lauren here, we saw enough of the groundhogs that you can eat too. The groundhogs, squirrels? No, I think groundhogs. No, guinea pigs. Yeah, guinea pigs. You see them splayed on the plate. Yeah. You had a guinea pig before?
I think I ate a guinea pig once.
Did you?
In Brazil.
Oh yeah, you probably did. Absolutely. Good morning, good time. And Season says, "I grew up on the farm. I'll be above except for the R kid." I'm not really sure. I don't understand the last part. I'll be above except for the R kid. So I grew up on the farm too, man. So I didn't grow up on the farm. My family had a farm. My mom came from a farm in Saskatchewan. So it was just what we did, going to visit the family all the time, right? So
I think I was there for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Because then we left. We ended up leaving. And fuck, man, that was valuable learning experience.
100%. Me too, man. I learned. So I'm not a gun fan. Like I don't enjoy guns. I spent time shooting swallows and birds in barns with guns back and 22s and BB guns and so forth. Right, that was fun. But that was going into a barn and finding the swallows and shooting them.
They because we were out in the middle of nowhere, so they wanted us to be more socialized. So we were pushed to ride our bikes, because we rode our bikes, we would get off the farm and see other people.
Okay.
And I was always put in sports, because that socialized with other kids, because you can get really unsocialized in these places.
Dude, my mom's farm, Johnny, was in the middle of fucking nowhere. And she went to a single room school so you're right. There was nobody around.
It was 45 to 60 minutes to ride your bike to the nearest place to get some fucking candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my first go entrepreneurship, because I learned how to fucking work. I learned how to do shit. And so basically my stepbrother, that's where we met, was the farm.
Oh yeah.
He's like, hey, let's go. And I of course he said, let's go. I just followed him. We rode our bikes to one of the neighboring farms.
Okay.
And it was not really some of them were like, ours was a farm. Some of them were like hobby farms.
Yeah.
And they knock on the fucking door, and I'm just standing there, no idea what the fuck's going on. And my brother goes, "Hey, can we do some work?" And the lady goes, she looks at us and goes, "Absolutely, you can do some work." And so she said, I'm going to open the garage, meet me over there. So she opened up the garage. They gave us some tools. They had told us what to do. And we worked for, I don't know, 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
We knocked her, "Hey, we're finished." She's okay. You done? So then we were just stuff that it wasn't like a start and finish job.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. She whipped out and fucking gave me $2. I was like, that's 8 fucking candy bars. You know where I'm going?
Yeah.
I'm fucking driving. I'm riding to the Whiskey Hill fucking general stores where I'm going. So that's where I realized I could go fucking make money whenever I wanted to.
Yeah.
So when I had free time, I don't have any money, I just go fucking knock on a day. Can I do some work?
Yeah.
It was great.
It's what you learned, right? That learning lesson you learned, eh? Yeah.
That was my first experience with door to door. Sometimes you'd knock and nobody would be there.
That's interesting. What I'm loving with you sharing that is what's that word? Cause and effect, right? You did something and somebody said, "Here's the reward." You're like, "Oh," you learned that idea, the cause and effect, right?
Well, that was my first, even though I was trading time for money.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm creating money.
Yes.
Before it was like,
yes,
I had to fucking do chores all fucking week to get that dollar. That felt like trading time for money. I can get that dollar an hour. Holy shit. That was like the first time I'd actually compressed time for money. And that concept hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, holy shit. And then, of course, as I got older, I started to realize that, Jesus Christ, you don't even really have to fucking trade your time for money. You can create money, literally, with ideas and shit.
It's hard to argue that farmers may be some of the hardest working humans on the planet. Like what you have to do to be successful in farming, like you're combating against Mother Nature, your work, and then all of a sudden you get a bad rain or you get no rain and all your work is fucking wiped out, right? So in the grain farming business, right? Or I'm just like the the physical work, the mental work that goes into being a successful farmer.
Well, it's very different now too.
Sure. 100%.
You know, back in those days, things weren't so competitive.
Yes.
And we would, like, when we would slaughter something, we would use a lot of it ourselves, or we would sell some of it, or, but it was like, it was just such a different deal back then.
Yeah. Well, and the money now too. Like, I was talking to my daughter's boyfriend here, whose dad owns a spraying business. They spray crops, right? And we were talking about equipment, and he's like, "Oh yeah, an airplane goes for $4.5 million just to spray crops." Like, holy shit, right? Or
crop dusters.
Yeah,
I can't tell me the fucking times I got crop dusted.
Oh, seriously? Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Out in the middle of a fucking, a lot of times you would just cross fields to get where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
Jump a fence and fucking start running.
Yes.
And I didn't really understand what the thing was, and we're talking at dinner one time, and I'm saying, run across this field, and this plane comes real low, and all this it felt like it was a light rain.
Yeah.
And my fucking stepdad was like, "What?" He's like, "What happened?" Because he understood I was getting fucking crushed with chemicals.
I was going to say, you're getting chemicaled. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he fucking called that, because there was only a few companies. He called and was like, figured out who it was. He calls like, "You fucking crop dust my boy again. I'm going to sue the fucking pants."
No shit.
Because they could have easily waited for me to cross the field.
Sure, they could have. 100% they could see
and
you.
It wasn't like they couldn't fucking see me. The guy was 20 feet over the top of my head.
Well,
I thought it was cool as hell.
Low. Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, this is fucking cool, man."
Just getting sprayed with Agent Orange.
Just fucking inhale shit that's supposed to kill God knows what.
Oh my God. Yeah. And Mike Sullivan, you're right. Farmers are taught to be patient and respect the seasons of life, literally and figuratively. And season strength, you're right. They do drone crop dusting now. Yeah. Well, but even just something like my uncle's combine, it's like, what, $2.5 million. Like, we're not talking toys. Like, we're just, and this incredible.
You know who is has a massive fucking farm up in your neck of the woods is remember Tyler and Clarissa?
Oh yeah.
They have he sends me videos like he's in, he's always great because they just kick ass. He's in the fucking combine or whatever machine he's driving. Fuck, I don't know what it is. It looks big as a fucking building, and he's eating his meal because he's got a program. He's just got to sit in there and make sure nothing goes wrong. But he'll send me a video, and this fucking cockpit is massive. It looks like a full-blown airplane. Yes. All the controls.
Yes.
And then I don't know what the fuck's happening over here, but it's fucking huge.
Yes. Well, yeah, and
those machines are like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And you're not doing much other than just guiding it and putting the coordinates in, and it's doing it itself. It's just all the GPS and all the controls happening there.
Yeah, he's like he was just explaining. He's like, it's unbelievable how difficult they're making it now.
Yeah,
it's all becoming controlled by kind of one route. You got to get the seeds from the same place that you get the fucking chemicals for. So it's like
vertically integrated, just like you built your business.
So it's like you almost can't. You really, if you don't fall into line, you almost can't do it.
Interesting. Mike McQuillan, dead chickens look peaceful. The guinea pig, the key or the kai, CUI, looks like he's in mid scream when he's on your plate. I know. It's not the most inviting piece of meat that you might want to have when you look at this animal. Look, it's splayed on your plate there. But we never. Lauren and I did not try the guinea pig out, Mike, when we were down there in your neck of the woods. All right, John. Listen, I've had a lot of fun chatting, but let's do a lifestyle tip. We'll come reset hour 2, and then I got a few other things to put on the table for us to chat about here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Let's get after it, Jimmy.
John keeps asking what Jimmy looks like. Time to end the mystery. Control room tour. No filters. He's the calm behind chaos, running timing, comms, and fixes. Translation for John. When the show looks good, blame Jimmy.
Rolling in 3, 2.
John, meet Jimmy. Producer, chaos whisperer, certified lab scapegoat.
Quite a surprise, homos. I love it. Great fucking shit. I got to tell you, Jimmy, if that's you, you're a fucking bona fide sucking savage. What are you doing sitting behind a fucking computer? Goddamn. You need to be going out in your fucking neck of the woods shooting movies or something. Goddamn. Anyway, honestly, that was so surprising and so fun. It fucking almost slipped my mind what I was going to talk about. All right. We touched on earlier today. Oh, lost an ear pod. So tomorrow's success is planned today. Such a simple concept, and people discount this. And we were literally using this in a frame of reference of eating when you're traveling. It can be the simplest shit, like premeditate what you're going to do so that you do the right things. Think of it from that perspective. In many cases, when you're forced to make decisions on the fly, they may not be as good of decisions. Now, maybe you're one of those people who doesn't need that with food. You're a person that needs that with something else. But here's the deal. You can't just accidentally wake up and find yourself surrounded by success. You have to plan this stuff. And here's the thing. Such a little bit of effort tonight will turn in such a massive return tomorrow. Let's be honest. What do we all want? We want to invest X and get back X plus, plus, plus. That's a trade we want to continue. So using myself as a perfect example, I have a book. Every night before I go to bed, I write out tomorrow. Do I know that every day at 10 o'clock I'm going to play pickleball? Yes, but I still write it in my book. Do I know there's all sorts of things that I write? I write that I have this show, but I'm planning things out. I'm basically pre-programming my mind to have a better day. And it sounds silly, but when you create this habit, your brain starts to do it automatically. And that's what I'm getting at. When you're constantly looking at how do you make tomorrow a little bit better, your life will start to change. So my mantra, maybe you can use it or adapt one of your own. Tomorrow's success is planned today.
So Melissa's joining us next.
What? Has anyone warned her what that means?
Nah, let's keep it a surprise.
Oh, if you guys only could see what's going on behind the scenes live. Neiman, Melissa didn't know that segment was going to run, which was Melissa's going to be up next. And Melissa's here going, wait, what? Well, that wasn't me. So I love the banter happening behind in the Mornings in the Lab live network as part of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. I love it, you guys. Good stuff. Nino Fincher, I appreciate you. Love that. Let's find out who you are in full. That is our goal here on the show, guys, is to connect with you through our stories of kindness, of laughter, of fun. And that's how we build the community, right? We lead, we share. And I've invited anybody that comes in the show, share. Because maybe you'll say something that affects somebody out there who has the same story as you have along the way. Good time. Yeah, Jimmy, this is awesome, man. And I'm with you, Petro. Finally, we got Jimmy. And that was a great segment. Yes, producer Melissa is up next. We'll see who leads. We'll see who leads the generation of that segment. Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab Hour 2. Keith and Jon got after it in the first hour. We talked farms. We talked crazy shit, guys.
Hold on. Was that really Jimmy?
Yeah.
That's the way Jimmy, it's not his AI version.
Well, so I think it's a bit of both, actually. I got to be honest. I have not talked to them. I don't know how they put it together.
You know what he fucking looks like.
No, I do. So yes, it does look like him, but it's a really good, accurate representation of what he looks like. So yeah, but it's that was okay. So yeah, that's really me. That was his picture. Yeah, 100%.
Goddamn, Jimmy.
He's handsome, eh?
Good looking fucking dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
You need to not be sitting behind the fucking place. You need to be out front.
I said we're going to make him the most successful producer, live show producer in the Philippines. Right. So we'll have to get his handsome mug out there. And the dude just turned 36 last week.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
He's just got he's got his whole life ahead of him.
That's it. All right. So listen, let's go to Jimmy. Let's move on over to center stage, the longevity hack. So this is fascinating to me because it's some of the things that you have dropped in our conversations over time. And the idea of the exposome. I think that's how you say it, which is the environment that we live in and how maybe it affects us. So, the room you sit in, right? How it's decorated, where you do your mindfulness, right? Like, these environments that we live in and how they influence our routines. Jimmy, let's run this opener here and we'll get into the conversation about, I think you pronounce it with Exposome. I might even actually have grok. Let's get the opener running there, guys. I think we have an opener.
If DNA is hardware, your environment is the OS. Tweak the OS and your mornings run smoother, longer. Which room is nudging stress? Stale air office, blue light cave, or snack trap kitchen? You can feel the difference. Pick one tiny upgrade. Cleaner air, brighter morning light, or quieter nights. Watch your energy change.
Yeah, so this is about expose, Johnny, or I don't think I can pronounce the word properly, but it's this idea of where you perform your best work. Some call it blue zones, but like when you work at home, do you have a certain room that unlocks creativity for you that you find works better for you? Do you need to be a quiet environment, loud environment? Because I was actually having this conversation today in my own brain. Like I was thinking about me going somewhere to have a coffee and get some work done, just to change environments to stimulate creativity. What about you, man? Like where do you get your best work done? I'm serious. Like your brain.
Yeah, no, I think, I know what you're talking about, but I remember there was a time where I felt like I was doing a lot of this and meaning that I didn't like the idea that I had to constantly be changing my environment to prompt something.
Oh, interesting.
It seemed like I was really, I'd be better served to learn how to do it
in the environment.
Wherever I was.
Yes, instead of running from it. Interesting.
Yeah, like, okay, I need to go here to be able to do that. Like there was used to, when I was younger, there were certain gyms. Oh, I have to go here to have this great leg workout.
Oh, yeah.
But that was a huge handicap for a while.
Interesting. Yeah. So I know some people that have to go and sit like in a social setting to get work done, whether it's a coffee shop or where there's noise, right? That makes you feel like you're in an environment. I struggle with those situations, although I will admit to you what you just said, that I was traveling a lot with my ICUC days. I had to teach myself, John, to be comfortable sitting in a hotel lobby or sitting in spaces to get work done. Because to your point, or else I wasn't going to get shit done. I had to learn.
It doesn't fucking matter where you are. You just got to get in that space. But I will say, there's one spot that I can say that I am, this morning, fuck, man, just 10 minutes. And I was like, bam, fucking lightning bolt. So in my mornings, I'll go and there's a certain spot that I'll lay in, it's in the great room. So this room has like the kitchen and it's one of those multi-purpose rooms. Yes. So I'll take one of the pillows off the couch. It's a stiff one. I'll lay it on the ground. There's only one carpet that should close our whole. We don't have carpets. We have
and neither do we.
That
tile.
Can't remember that. No, it's what is it? It's that cool looking swirly fucking shit. Fuck. It's some modern looking fucking finish,
Okay.
Anyway. Anyway, so I got to be on the one carpet that we have, and I lay that pillow down, and I put that pillow kind of right in my upper back, and I'll lay it open up like this, so it's helping my spine where I want it to be, because I spend too much time like this.
Yeah.
And I'll close my eyes, and this is kind of that time where the shit just starts coming to me.
Right? Yes.
And this morning I was like, fucking bam, all of a sudden I saw this faster, more efficient way to do something that we're working on. I'm like, holy shit. It's like, because as you're building something, you're gathering all these resources, but sometimes you've got this plan and then a resource comes and you didn't actually factor that resource into what you're doing that could actually make the plan that much better, because that resource was actually just kind of waiting for the right time. That makes sense?
It does, because I like how you said how it just came to you. When in actuality, I don't believe it just came to you, but the situation you put yourself in enabled you to open yourself up for it to come to you.
Well, when I lay in that spot, all I've got to do is
marble. Thanks, good time. Marble floor. That's what you.
No, it's not fucking marble. It's we had the whole house down to the because it's slab foundation, so you can only do it with slabs.
Okay, yeah,
and then
yeah.
they fucking grind it and they make it really fucking smooth, and then they put this shit on there. It's epoxy. There we go.
Epoxy. There you go. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Hard as a fucking rock. You know.
Yeah.
You're not getting comfortable on that floor unless you're on a carpet. You know.
Yes.
Anyway, but I lay there and all I do is get my brain started in the thing that I want to make progress in.
Okay.
And my brain will start to run. It'll just start connecting dots. Dots that haven't been connected become connected. So I know what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
I'm letting my subconscious do it for me without intentionally. It's okay. How can I do this better? I just think, okay, this is where we are. And I just let things start fucking running. And bam, I was like, holy shit. I was like, not even 10 minutes in. And it was so fucking good. I had to get up and actually take some notes and set another call with a partner. I was like, fucking A, that was massive.
Hey,
so that spot right there, hands down, is like something about I don't know, it's the time, it's the morning, it's all these things kind of aligned.
Well, so apparently there's something to be said for it. I think it's pronounced exposome, but there's this idea of designing an environment that you're comfortable in, that you know, some call them Zen rooms, or like those different, like a room that will allow you to perform to your best, right? For me, it's a creative, like my studio down here, you've seen pictures of it. It unlocks my creativity down here. When I get in here, it's like, I don't know, it's like this magic just kind of comes out of me.
Well,
it's just the space.
So that's interesting you say that, because I can duplicate this in a hotel room.
Oh, you can? Yeah.
I can duplicate it anywhere.
Yes.
All I got to do, it's kind of a timing thing.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I can almost feel like, so like today I could really feel it. I could feel myself kind of like I'm up and I'm jamming, and I can kind of feel myself. There's a little lull, not like low energy lull, but I could just feel like this might be the time. So I'll lay down. It's like my body is really welcoming that's laying flat and opening up. And it's like, it's just bam, you know. So, but I do it in a hotel room. I could do it in a fucking guest. If I was at your house, I could do it in the where I was sleeping, for that matter. Well,
that's interesting.
Obviously I wouldn't do it I would go to a room where Terry wasn't sleeping, but
I
can recreate that. It's not the environment. It's the timing.
That's a skill though. That's a skill you had to teach yourself that skill. That doesn't happen overnight.
Well, and I think if we want to go deeper into that, it has to do with, so when I go to bed at night, I try to put my brain down the rabbit hole of where I'm trying to make progress. So I often will think about, and I don't mean like a hard think. No. Just kind of let my brain kind of wander in one of my passions, right? And my passions are usually some sort of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
But it's not this problem solving. It's just kind of soaking it up. Like, this is fun.
Hey, do you
and so that, I think that subconscious work that happens all night then speaks to me in those moments in the morning.
Do you sleep with a notepad or pen by your bed? I ask. I do not. I know some folks do. I'm not one who wakes up in the middle of the night with an idea in my head and has to write it out. It doesn't work for me. You?
No, sometimes though, when I'm going to sleep, you know, Terry always comes in and tucks me in. I'll tell her, send me a text, because I had something pop right when I was starting to fall asleep and I don't want to forget it. So I'll wake up to her sending me a reminder of what it was I didn't want to forget.
But you don't wake up in the middle of the night learning over, because there's some folks I know wake up and like they turn over and grab their pen and start writing. I'm sleeping, dude. I don't, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, no, I think I can't say that, you know, that, I mean, it sounds like it could be very productive for the right person, but once I'm down, I'm in a different state.
Oh yeah.
If I'm awake, it's because I'm taking a piss.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah. In the middle of the night. Yeah. Good Time says, we moved into a new house about 8 months ago. I can't get comfortable. Need to unpack more stuff, I guess. That's interesting, actually, when you say that, because you go to a new place.
You got to be careful of the word can't, or you're not going to.
Good choice of words. Yeah. Good choice of words.
I need to do more to get comfortable would be the selection I would pick.
Interesting. Yeah. Or what things can I do to become more comfortable in my place? And actually, Good Time.
Some little progress will do it. A little progress. I'm closer. Okay, I feel good. Bam.
But it's funny that it's interesting to hear Charlie's comment though, because I'll put myself on the table. When I go into a hotel room, I to make myself comfortable, there's certain things I have to do.
Settled. Yep.
Yeah.
My desk area has to. My desk will mimic wherever I am.
Yes.
So I sit down. It feels the same no matter where I am.
And you know what I do too? I think this is like an old school. And Nation, I'm curious to know. So you guys do it too. Seasoned. When I go to a hotel room, one of the first things I will do is turn the TV on to usually like CNN or ESPN or something to put a talking head in the room to create an environment of being alive. Like it's not nothing more than just to create like this semblance that I'm connected to the world. I don't know. It's like a habit of mine. I do.
I think the only challenge with that would need to be a voice that wasn't planting a bunch of fucking negative shit in there.
Yeah. So to be honest with you, I literally don't even listen. It's just this idea of, because it's like when I'll go to bed sometimes and I'll put like a hockey game on or a baseball game on just to hear like the talk of like something live happening. I'm not really paying attention to it. It's just that I know that there's life happening, that I'm not just this person in a box in some city or some room of that I don't know where the fuck I am. There's actually life happening out there, if that makes sense. Right.
Yeah. You know, kind of a weird fucking thought, and I have zero interest in this happening.
Yes.
But I've often realized that I set my days up to where I get so much joy out of checking the boxes, moving through my day, and sometimes the simplest little things. I could probably be one of those guys that would find some pretty fucking decent level of happiness in prison.
You said it before because you like the consistency of, well, you know, I'm going to interrupt my own sentence. That's
why the military was attractive to me when I was young.
I bet there's documented stories of intelligent criminals who want to go back to prison, who've been released, but like the structure of prison and are more comfortable there instead of in the world of having to make choices, make decisions, and figure it out yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the only part that I would really be missing would be the relationships that I value so much.
Yes.
Like if I was one of those people who had fucked my life up so bad, nobody would talk to me anymore. That'd be fucking great.
I would suggest to you, though, you'd make a whole set of new relationships in prison, because you would.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, in the best relationship that you're developing, and there's the one with yourself.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. And yeah, Good Time says, John, let's not try it. We like you here. I agree.
No, I agree. I have no interest in doing that. But at the same time, it's pretty fucking powerful to think that all you need is your own mind and a rhythm to find joy and happiness. It
is actually a fascinating. We should get somebody from prison. Well, we actually have, but we should maybe lean into more of this, because it's a fascinating point. Because when you think about it, the whole world overcomplicates everything. When you go to prison, simple choices. Here's what time you eat. Here's what time you go to bed. Here's what you can do throughout the day. Repeat. It's the loop. It's the loop.
My gut would tell me there's not a lot of people who find that place in there.
Well, look at what we do. How many people do what we do? It's hard doing a daily commitment. It's hard living a life of a loop and being committed to everything the same every single day.
Yeah.
Think about that.
And you know, the whole idea that everything is taken, so you have to stop wanting.
Yes.
That would be the primary thing. What do you want? You want your bed, you want your meals, you want your free time, so you can check those boxes so that you can go to bed feeling like you had another positive day. That's what you would want. Everything else would have to be eliminated.
Good Time. You're right, man. Charlie's saying that's powerful statement. Like, John, we go back and listen to his last 3 minutes, like separate from our conversation. That's some powerful stuff. Because it's I think somebody listening to that would immediately strike the tone of gratitude, because it makes you grateful for what you have or don't have in that situation.
And keep in mind, I'm not good at not wanting. So that would be the fucking first hurdle I'd have.
You and me both,
100%. Become one with.
Yes.
But it just in the way that, you know, like the stuff that I've laid out today, I'm going to have multiple little check boxes of things that I'm looking forward to enjoy, but there's nothing really overly exciting about them. It's just the way that I position myself to move through my day.
Think about this. And Charlie puts it out here too. It's somewhat funny, but like you lose the privacy to rub one out. So you and I are sharing a stall together. You're basically,
that's
like
you only lose the privacy if you allow it to be taken.
I was just gonna say you lose it if you choose. Man. Yes, you lose it only.
I could fucking take the dump. I could take a dump with the fucking door open and you watching me on the show. I have zero fucking issues with that.
There's a clip, man. I could see that.
We could be broadcasting. I could be taking a dump. No issues. It's usually the person on the other side that has the problem, not me.
So I will confess. It's funny the similarities you and I have in life, brother. I'm just telling you right now. I was on a business trip with my business partner Maurice back years ago to Vancouver, and we roomed in a hotel together, and the bathroom just had shutters, like not an actual door. So just like those like shutter doors. Well, the handsome chief had to go for a fucking dump, and we just had to share the room together. So he's like, "You're going in here?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I got to go for a shit." He was, "What are the shutters?" Like, "Well, you're just gonna have to deal with it." So I just sat down and the shutters weren't closing, and I was like, "Hello," just having a shit next to you. So
there was a similar experience. Can't remember where I was, but they were remodeling this fucking bathroom and the stall was gone. I'm gonna fucking take a dump. I can't tell you how many people walked in. Most of them just fucking scurried back out. One guy comes in and takes a fucking piss in the urinal right next to me. And I looked at him, I said, finally, somebody who's not fucking worried about me taking a dump, man. How you doing today?
I love you, man.
He goes, it was a little startled. I walked in. He goes, but we all do it. I got to take a leak. I totally share those feelings, brother. Have a fucking good day.
Yeah.
Don't hurry out of here. Go ahead and wash your hands. I'm good.
Oh my God, Charlie, as long as the cellmate doesn't help out. Or hey, Charlie, hey, Johnny, can I wipe your ass for you? No, I got it myself.
I would say the bidet would be something I would want.
And yeah, Lauren's right. We have a children's book titled Everyone Poops. No shame, John. It's true, right? It's just, and we pride ourselves in having the conversation.
Well, it's because the uncomfortableness is coming from the person.
Yes.
Part of why everything was fine when that guy took a pen. I could have reached over and touched him. He was so close. I wasn't fucking worried about it. So then once he realized that, he wasn't worried about it.
I love it. Hey, changing gears, moving the conversation forward. I got a question for you with your clients. So I'm going to suspect, and Jimmy, let's run this clip after I ask the question. Do you have clients that have this hidden stress that they struggle to share with you, or they eventually do along the way, that kills their gains? Jimmy, let's run the clip and let's talk about John.
There's a hidden morning habit killing your gains. You'll recognize it before coffee if you pay attention.
First hour decides your day. Pings, rushed exits, and decision roulette quietly drain strength before sunrise.
Imagine one tiny rhythm shift flips energy by 9. Hydrate, move a little, then plan. Simple beats heroic.
Breakfast decides stamina. Protein first beats sugar spikes. Pair it with a 2-minute plan, not perfection.
Repeatable beats impressive. Boardroom to barbell is rhythm, not punishment. Guard one habit and stress loses.
Lifestyle tip talked about, planning the night before for the next day. Would you say in all of your years of mentoring and leading men to their biggest success, that as they work with you and maybe sometimes don't reveal everything along the way, would you say nighttime, bedtime is the biggest stress habit killing most people's gains, John?
Most people have a nighttime, bedtime.
But would you say that that's probably the number one? Like, would you say that's the number one thing that when you sit with the client, that if they said, John, just one thing, Anderson, you're telling them it's bed. That's gonna kill everything, or it's either gonna kill or accelerate your next day. Would you say it's as simple as that?
Well, I would wait for them to tell me what the problem is first.
Okay.
Because I address the problems. A lot of times if they're sleeping well, we don't need to invest our energy there. But if sleep is poor, I'm always going to bring the simplest solution. So, okay, what time do you want to go to bed? Well, I should be in bed at 10. Okay, well, let's set an alarm for 9:30. That's just giving you a cue. You got 30 minutes to move that direction.
Yeah.
That simple awareness will change everything. And because of that, people are like, God, I've never thought about that. I've always had an alarm to wake up, not want to go to bed. Well, fuck. I mean, if you're that what would you call it? If you're that unaware of time, maybe you need that reminder. It's kind of like setting alarms for meals.
Yes. Yeah. There are many things that will throw us off our track. And what I'm trying to work towards is like the number one fix. And I'm really trying to work towards a simplicity, because I do believe as we've been doing this show and this morning routine of mine here, it's clear to me that it is sleep. There's sleep, because if I don't get my sleep, it makes bad choices the next day. It just turns into a rock going down the mountain that I can't control.
Mm-hmm. I mean, sleep is so key. And once someone experiences that, they'll change it on their totem pole.
Okay, and I know I'm oversimplifying, and I know we talk about it ad nauseum, but that's what we do here on the show. But it was really just this, like, because there are hidden habits that kill our gains as we go through life, and sometimes we can't pinpoint them.
Well,
right?
gains with sleep is not just physical.
Yes, that's right.
Mental. You're talking about gain in your whole fucking life.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Good Time says, I have trouble sleeping due to pain. I have fusion in the neck. Thoughts on that one, Anderson?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of things that we could do with that one. I mean, where do you start? I mean, there's, obviously there's going to be, is it nerve? Is it this? Is it that? I got to know a lot more information. But I mean, a lot of times it's inflammation or some sort of something that's, pinched, or once we identify where the root of that pain is coming from, then we have a direction to go.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, what do you got going on today? I know it's not a training day. No, it is a training day for you today.
Yeah. Got some shoulders.
I did this morning. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah. It's going to be a good day. It's really cool because my youngest daughter's home. And she only goes to school on Monday, so I see her a lot, which is cool. So that's always a kind of a bright end of my day. So I got pretty much a standard day. I have a couple of meetings at the end of the day I'm really stoked about.
Nice.
One, I have a mentoring call that have 2 meetings about building the new business, which is really getting close, which is cool.
Yeah. Hey, so at the house in Mexico and at the house here in Cali, do you have a garage door on both?
Yeah. 2 in this house and 1 in Mexico.
You ever hit that remote?
Ever hit the remote, hear the motor, then doubt spikes? Today, we unpack the garage door sprint and calmer mornings.
You drive off, then doubt hits. No clean closure cue, so your brain begs to turn back.
Rushed exits wreck memory. Without a clean closure cue, recall fuzzes and you feel compelled to turn back.
Let's laugh at that villain origin voice, then test a simple confirm cue that kills the sprint without willpower.
Team, trust the beep or run back and look. We'll unpack nerves and show a simple confirm loop for calmer mornings.
Topic to walk you out of here today. How many times when you leave do you go to yourself, hey Terry, did we fucking close the garage door? Do you ever go through that in your head? I did it last week. I drove away and I was like, holy fuck. So I opened my phone as I'm driving, looked at my cameras to see if the garage door is closed.
Yeah, I mean, I used to, but now where we both houses are in number 1 in gated communities.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So it would only be a neighbor. And most times you get a call from a neighbor.
Yeah.
And then the Mexico house, it's not only gated to get in, security gate to get in, but then there's a gate on the front of the actual, there's a wall around the whole place. So it's got an extra gate. But in the neighborhood we live in California, dude, people leave their garage doors open all fucking day.
Yeah. So does Lauren. Yeah. So I know she's listening right now.
Some of my buddies are like, don't fucking knock on the front door. That's weird. Will you come in to fucking the garage door and just walk in and say hello?
You're like my dad. My dad has the garage door open. And it's like, so here's my dad's approach, mom and dad's approach. If you drive by the house and the garage door is open, the house is open. Just come on in. It's like, come on in, walk to the garage, walk in the door and open it up. Well, it's funny. I was that week I was in Saskatchewan. I drove home that day and I come home and I get home to the house here, whatever, it's 3-4 o'clock. And I say, hey, Lauren, I'm home. And I'm like, oh, did you forget to close the garage door? It's like, I guess I did. It sat open all day, right? But I know Charlie's funny because I'll drive away sometimes. And yeah, you're right, Good Time. Most door openers have an app for that. But still, it fucks with your mind. I'm driving away going, did I close the door? Did I not close the door? I think I closed the door, because it's one of those habits that you don't even think about. You just do it, or you don't even, you know what I mean?
When kids were in the house, it was different.
Yes.
That was a security breach. But here's the thing, what I don't like about the thing the most, this is with doors in general.
Yeah.
Watch a fucking video, and they're all over the place on YouTube, how fucking rodents get in your house. They come in, everybody thinks they fucking burrow and climb the fucking, no, they come in fucking doors that are left open right in the middle of the day.
Yes.
They just they set up this, it was, God, where was it? It was a place somewhere in Southern California. And they fucking put this little camera and they sped it up over the course of like a month.
Oh, yeah.
Front door.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of fucking rats that ran in that front door was, and all they do is go and hide until it's nighttime. Then they find some place to get up in your walls. So most times, if you have rodents, it's because you leave your shit open.
So last week,
and I don't like that. I don't like the fucking rodents.
Oh, fuck you, me both. We got a fridge in our garage. And last week we were looking, and there's footprints on the top of the fridge on the dust. We can't determine where the footprints came from, because
like rat or mouse footprints.
Well, yes. Well, or squirrel or chipmunk. We don't think it's the dog, because the dog,
man, they're just in there looking for a free lunch.
And Good Time shut the door. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So that's where I probably, when the kids were young, especially when you would finally leave them home by themselves.
Yeah.
It was my job to fucking lock everything up tight, make sure they were safe. And we've always lived in safe neighborhoods, but you know, Jesus Christ, in Northern California, we had a number of fucking weird shit happening where people would just come and fucking knock on the door. Like Terry had a number of fucking stalkers, and even like me, it was crazy, dude. People would just fucking show up. It's like, fuck, man, get out of here.
Well, Good Time, you can have a bear show up in your yard there if you don't keep those doors closed there. And Lauren's like, yeah, because the doors bounce back up. Well, it's true, right? So if you drive out and it's something's in the way, you're not paying attention, before you know it bounces back up. You're like, holy fuck, I left the garage door open all day. Right. So, hey, Charlie's got a question for you, brother, before you rock and roll out of here. I know you got to rock and roll. Charlie says, Good Time says, how did the dirt bike ride go for you, brother?
We didn't make it. Remember, because Terry's throttle was stuck. So I'm thinking either today or tomorrow, my buddy who's pretty good at working on shit will say, hey, you know, I've got some time, let's fix it, and then we'll go for a ride. But you know, it's on his time. So
yes,
you know.
Yeah. Maddie, you got a great squirrel in the house story. Oh God. I told you the story. I stayed at a buddy's house in London a few years ago, and he had a crow in the living room. I came downstairs, he was catching a crow. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, a crow came down the chimney into the house. Craziness. Okay, well, I'm gonna get you out of here because I know you're eager to get to the gym and I know you're eager to get to work. I'm just gonna drop one thing for you in your ear. Working on the business plan yesterday on our project, and I will tell you that the theoretical max output as we grow this morning show, we potentially have a $23 million business here with all the creators that I put in the plan together. So I'm getting close to sharing it with you, man. But $1,000 a month, a creator gets a live show on our network, and we got 1,900 spots. So my goal in 2026 is to find us 100 creators to be on our network. That's $1 million business, right?
Dude, the amount of like the businesses that, like, here's a perfect example. I'm very careful of this now. People reach out to me, they're like, hey, will you be on my podcast? And my always thing, if I can help someone promote their podcast getting started, I'm going to do it. Yeah. But the first thing I'll say now that I understand the hustle. So what's it about? Usually, it's self-improvement. Okay, that's great. I'm all for that. Yeah. And then I'll say a point blank, are you going to try to sell me my own podcast when it's over?
Yeah.
Because that's the hustle. They have you on their show.
Yes.
And then when you get done, you bullshit a little bit, and they're fucking trying to sell you. Like,
I know.
I didn't fucking come here for you to fucking try to sell me. I came here to try to help you get some exposure for your fucking show. Now I got to, I asked point blank, but what I'm getting at is a huge business, but everybody's selling shit in the can. So now all of a sudden, when the model is changing to live, nobody's fucking prepared to do it.
Dude, I got a model for you, man. You're going to fucking love it when I show it
to
you.
But you see what I mean? All we're doing is we're taking that model that's dying, and we're adding this new variable to it. Nobody's prepared to do it. We are.
And we have reps and reps I put a post this morning up and it said, in the next 12 months, it's going to happen anyways. So you can either join us or you can sit back and stay in the quicksand. Like as simple as that. So the next 12 months are happening. You can sit down and look at your content strategy, marketing strategy, and scratch your head and wonder what you're going to do and say, I'm going to start next week. Or you can start your podcast, do it for 4 episodes and put it on the shelf. Or you know that Keith and Jon have been doing this for a year and a half. We are doing it for the next number of years. So if you're in business anyways and you're doing it anyways, we've done all the work. Just show up. The business plan's fucking solid, man. I'm excited.
Part of that package could be to bring them on here as a guest.
Yes.
To help promote them.
Dude, you're gonna fucking love what I've been working on, man. I'm telling you right now. I got so excited because it's coming together. I shared with Neiman this morning, and it's all coming into light, all because of the work we've been putting in every single day. And I love it, man. Go to work, go to work, go to work. Any progress yet? No. Okay, go to work, go to work. Any progress yet? That's why I love it, man. A lot of fun.
Well, in the beginning, I remember when we were talking about different ideas to monetize this thing.
Yes.
I remember thinking there's going to be a lot of pivots to find that nerve.
Yes. I found it now, man. I found it now, and it is so fucking clear. It's clear.
Because I remember some of the early conversations we had, I was able to bring some of my experience in with the current coaching model and say, hey, you know what? This is something I want to think about. And the fact that we're getting away from that because the coaching model is pretty saturated. You know what I mean? And not that it's not a great model and a great way to do it, but this is something that's untapped.
No, but Jon, we've built the platform for the coaching model. So where I'm going to look for your help in this is that as we get into 2026, I can see you attracting creators, guys in your world.
Oh yeah, 100%. Forget
that want to be on our network.
100%. And what I was saying was, we were thinking about actually coaching and mentoring
100%
people coming in when in essence that might be kind of the second or third.
You're bang on. And what's also clear too, just even through our conversations on this show, and I know you're already doing it on the weekends with in your other community, but it's continuing to push, like maybe creating a peptides or science or because I'm noticing when people are coming and we're having these conversations, people are asking questions, and that's the power of live. Right. Because if again, just pulling something out of the air and say, okay, so every Friday we're going to have topics like this, bring your questions, bring your conversation. Right. So, but the point is, I'm really jacked about the model that's coming to light here. And I've been working on the plan and I'll say this too, not to say it braggadociously, but I've been telling people this for 2 years. And why I like about that is because I'm following through on what I'm saying. I'm not just been talking, and 'cause a lot of people talk. So,
yeah. Well, I think one of the hurdles too that we can help them with is people are intimidated by the live model. Well, guess what? We'll bring you on with us to help you. We'll introduce your show, help you understand how easy this is.
Yes.
And then we'll even bring you back as a guest to help promote you. But to give them a dry run on live with us is going to make them realize, fuck, man, there's nothing to worry about. We're not trying to be perfect here.
Dude, you're bang on, man. And I know you don't use much of what happens here, but there's on purpose. But we've developed a complete operating system underneath all this. Right. So somebody sits down and says, I want to start my own live conversation. They literally give me the topic. Let's say Charlie, good times. Charlie's like, yeah, I want to start a show on your network. He gives me the topic. We'll create the entire back end where literally Charlie just has to show up and start a conversation. We'll give the topics. We'll get the script. We'll help you book guests. We'll help you do post-production. We'll do everything. You just show up and we will teach you how to have a good conversation.
It's done for you.
Absolutely. And you've gotten you're good at it. You were good walking into this, but your ability now to teach others like what we do, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah. That's one of the new legs of the new company.
Yes.
Is because everybody's coming into the peptide world.
Oh, 100%.
Everybody just wants a plug and play.
Yes.
So we're having it done for you where you want to come in. You're going to,
yes.
Okay, here's, we have the web designer. We have the label designers. You just got to tell us what you want. Fucking pow. You pay us. We put it in line. We deliver it. We show you how to run it and off you go.
Yes. Yeah. I still have my, my balance board here. I've been kind of fucking around here as and I love it.
If you practice that thing enough, you'll be able to stand there. Nobody will know.
So it's funny you said that. Before the show, I was standing here. That's kind of my goal here. I'm going to keep leaving it here, and over time here, my goal is for say, Bilous, did you fucking grow? No, I'm standing on my balance board, just standing here straight. Nobody will even know, right? So,
if you get one of those that has the smaller hump, then you'll be able to recover much easier, right? Yeah, get one that's like maybe a quarter of that.
Oh yeah, a little.
Because then if you're going to lose your balance, you don't look like you're going to fall over.
Oh yeah,
just touch, recover, but pretty soon you won't have to touch and recover, even though it's only this high off the ground rather than this high.
Can I tell you something so goofy? I get such fulfillment out of this stupid thing. I don't know what it is, but
it's because it's a metric of getting better.
Is that what it is? Like is that what it is?
Because every time you get on there, you get to measure your improvement.
I guess that's what it is, because every time I get on there, you essentially go like this. So if you can get good at this, it's like an instant reward. That's what it is. I get an instant reward because when I get on there and I can balance, I'm like, yes, it's like a dopamine hit. I fucking love it. It's fun. To Melissa's point.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, dude, a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun here today. I really enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed your company, and we had a lot of fun here today. And we'll get after. We got a guest coming on the show tomorrow. See if you can read the instructions.
Don't count your chickens.
Unless we cut the heads off. Andersen, have a good one, brother. Take care, man.
Have a good loop, my brother.
All right, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. All right, everybody, welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends, your live morning show experience. All you're left with is the handsome chief, Jimmy. Yes. Oh yeah, no cap locks reply. Yeah, that was a funny story earlier this week. Maddie, I don't know if I told you that story about the dude that didn't get into the show. And he was convinced that I was wrong. And I was like, nope, not wrong. You want to piss in the urinal with me, or do you want to just, oh, what happened there? The handsome chief lost his camera. Look at that. Oh, there we go. There we go. Good. Okay, well, listen. Jimmy, I know we got one topic here, and it's the troll topic. I purposely left it without Andersen in the room because I didn't want to get shit from Andersen. Don't laugh, good time. No, but all seriousness, I want to teach you guys what I have learned over the years and what I spent some time working with Rufy on, which is managing trolls. You know, and as we are continuing to build our live network, and guys, and just to continue sharing the vision with you, my vision, you know, been working with, you know, Melissa and Jimmy and Maddie on this. The vision is this. It's not too dissimilar from what we grew up with, like Sirius or FM. So the goal is you join the morning, you tune into the Mornings in the Lab Live Network, and maybe you want to listen to Keith and Jon or Matt, or maybe you want to go listen to Marty doing a sports conversation. Maybe you want to listen to Good Time having a conversation. Maybe you want to listen to Petro talking about the psychology of bullshit or something. He has a show on the network. So the plan is that there's a complete network here, right? Where, you know, creators have their own shows. We're helping them produce them. They're helping create themselves thought leadership, and we're creating entertaining content that's trustworthy, that's coming from a reliable source. But that is, it's reworking an old model into today's world that I'm really, really, really excited about. Good Time, yes, you will get a discount. On what? I'm not too sure. Jimmy, don't feed the trolls. Don't feed them. 5 ways to stay kind when the internet gets mean.
When a nasty comment lands, don't swing back. Breathe, center, and choose a calm reply that doesn't feed the troll.
Kind isn't weakness. It's strategy that keeps your reputation intact and your energy focused, especially when trolls bait you.
Before you answer heat with heat, pause 30 seconds, then redirect attention to supporters who actually show up.
Turn on filters, block repeat offenders, approvals ready. Keep conversations focused, not flaming. All right, let's open the playbook. Calm one-liners, firm boundaries, zero reward for trolls.
It's interesting because a year or so ago, when Charlie showed up on the show, I thought he was a troll. Yeah, I don't recall what he said, but he made a drop. He must have said something which encouraged us to ban him. So we kicked him off the show. We're like, get the fuck out of here. And then we realized that we made a mistake. And now Charlie, Good Time, is one of our OGs hanging out with us every single day. But I bring this up because you ever feel like your heart rate spikes when a nasty comment pops up on something you create, right? Whether you've dropped something on LinkedIn, X, Twitter, and you see a comment and you're like, oof, how do I respond to that? That makes me feel kind of icky. I don't know if I like how that makes me feel. Well, Good Time said, all I said was I needed to hear this today. Yeah, I'm thinking it clearly was an accident, because I think I may have saw something else which encouraged me to ban you at the time. But guys, I want to give you some things to think about as people might drop some negative comments, both in your social feeds, but perhaps when you start and have a live conversation. Now, the first one is, and Andersen subscribes to this one, which is this idea that if they're talking smack, you're on the right track. In my experience, and what I see Jon often doing, Marty as well, would be the ignore and redirect. Here's the reality, guys. Attention is oxygen for trolls. But if you know how to turn that attention into positive oxygen for trolls, you can get them and have them in your community and turn the whole situation around. So starving that fire short circuits the reward loop. So if that troll is sitting there going boom, 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 and you're ignoring them, they're probably going to move over to somebody else. Now, blocking, filtering, the tools exist. However, if somebody wants to troll you enough, they're going to find ways to get back there and just troll. You could pause before responding. You could say to yourself, I'm not going to respond right now, because if you read something that offends you, there's probably an emotional response, and you're probably going to react in a way that you don't like. So maybe you just sit back and not respond at the time. Kindness or humor. Now, you've all seen me who hang out. So those of you that hang out on the show daily with us, you've seen how I interact with trolls on the show. I invite them in. I use kindness. I use humor. I will use positive aggression, if that is such a thing, where I may encourage somebody to, I might be passive aggressive. I might use choice words to bring somebody in. But I find kindness and humor and taking the time to call somebody out on their trollness actually breaks down the walls, because people aren't expecting you. Professional trolls, guys, I built a career on this. I built a business with trolls. So I'd like to think I know a little bit how to handle trolls. Trolls are not expecting you to engage. So if you take the time to engage with them on their terms and flip the script, what often happens is you get them walking towards you and into your world, because they're here to rattle you. They're here to wreck you. They're here to rowdy you. They're here to cause nothing but grief. Responding with empathy or responding with ridiculous humor, I find breaks the barrier down, because they're like, really? You're acting this way? Yeah, I am. You're almost playing back into their world. So many people would suggest to you to stop, to put a hard stop, to put a cold stop, to just not even engage with them. What I've learned with this show, especially in a live situation, you need to get somebody here first. Number one, Rufy, we talk about all the time. Get somebody to the show, boo. Once you get them here, engage with them immediately. Troll or not troll. Make them feel like they're involved. A troll is just here to push buttons. That's it, guys, just to push buttons. They want to push, but they're trying to knock you off your game, whether it's live or not live, trying to knock you off the game. So if you can walk towards the game and engage with them, they're going to be like, the fuck, man, this guy's engaging with me. Yeah, I am. True story. Because you've taken the time out to drop a ridiculous comment in my feed, I thought I would take some time to engage with your ridiculous comment. And they're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So, and we've seen it happen on the show. People have come in, have trolled us, and Good Time, you've turned people around. I've turned people around. Sullivan, Fit Presenters turned people around, where they're like, what the fuck? And then you lay it out there, you address them. I'm like, oh, right. So if somebody is taking the time to engage, there's a reason. My guidance is build a calm reply type kit, right? Where you know how you're going to reply, even if it is laced in nothing but sarcasm or humor. Be ready for it, right? Throw it back at the human and let them throw it back at you and have some fun with it. And most importantly, you need to have some thick skin. You know, it's, as I was growing ICUC, I share this story often. I got fucking hate mail, hate notes. Had to go down to the local Canadian broadcaster to deal with how we were managing content for the indigenous groups in our country. So I learned quickly to lean into the folks that were either offended, uneducated, or really didn't know what was happening, and welcome a dialogue, which is why I'm so passionate about conversation. If you're taking the time to troll me, what you're actually saying is you're taking the time to show interest in me. Oh, you're showing interest in me? Yeah. All right. Let's find out how we can pull this interest out. Because Roofy's right. Don't take it personal. And it's funny. Mike Sullivan says, the late YouTube bodybuilder Rich Piana said trolls bring him more traffic to his YouTube channel in that biopic doc of his Piana Chronicles. Sully, I'll tell you, man, as I was growing ICUC, I had people trolling me, because I bought that Tesla Roadster. Be like, oh yeah, you get to buy that Tesla Roadster because of this and that. I said, no, because you guys keep trolling me. Troll me more and I'll buy a second one. Keep trolling me and I'll buy a third one. Just troll me like a motherfucker. I'll buy a fleet of Teslas. So some could think that I was being a dick about the whole thing, but no, I was just engaging in the play. So here's the wrapper, guys. You do not have to attend every argument you are invited to. What's that? What did he just say? I said, you do not have to attend every argument that you are invited to. Pick your battles. But sometimes those arguments are worth having. Guard your attention. Reply with purpose. And let that calm set the culture. Because guys, when you start your day right, and keep that morning mindset steady. And hey, if you have that accountability partner, like Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and Friends live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right after Kindness Rising, 7:30 Eastern time, is probably going to make it easier to enforce the rules that you choose and live with daily. Maya, what's going on in the community corner? What's going on, Maya Reyes?
So fellas, today we're poking the bear. Yep, the one called pride, and we're asking, what if strength starts with asking for help, not hiding it? It's time for the community corner, and today we're talking about the danger of never asking for help. Walking as a stress reset button and staying fit when you're over 40 and always busy. All right, handsome chief, what accents are we trying out today? Let's hear it.
I don't know. I haven't thought about
what accent's coming out today there, Neiman. Nope. Or Jimmy. Yep.
They just come. Ask my kids. Ask my wife. She's like, really? I'm sorry. They just come out every now and then. They just emanate from my voice, the accents. I don't even know what accents they are half the time, but they do seem to work. I think they work anyways, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe some of you don't think that it works, but I do think. I know, Jimmy, I'm looking at a different camera. I know. I'm just messing with you guys. I've learned from Jon, because John's always looking over there and the camera's over there. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to look over here. I'm going to pretend I'm looking over here right now. Yeah, because I'm going to keep you guys interested. Yeah, because I know you guys you put us on audio anyways. You don't always watch what we're doing over here. Hey, guys, YouTube, the hidden danger of never asking for help. Hey, good time. This is our guest. Neiman, did you find this story because our guest decided not to ask for help? Is that why this story is here? The hidden danger of never asking for help. Charlie, this must be the reason we're having this conversation today, because Mindframe from YouTube asks, Why do so many of us hide our struggles, like trying to get on mornings in the lab? And why do so many of us refuse to reach out, even when all the instructions are super clear? Like they're replicated many, many times in the instructions, even when it seems to be so overwhelming how to get on the big show, mornings in the lab. What often looks like strength to somebody within the instructions might mask the fear of asking for help. Because there's 4 core reasons we avoid seeking help. So Marcus, here's the 4 reasons that you might not have wanted to ask for help. Maybe there was a fear of burdening others. Hey, Melissa, it's my show. I've said before, if you're going to knock the chief, I'm going to have some fun with you. Just going to have fun. If you would have read the instructions, you could have had to come back and forth. Yeah, true story. So, as I was saying, the fear of burdening others. We do not want to inconvenience people who seem busy. Oh, I don't want to ask Neiman. I don't want to ask because she's busy. I got a lot of people that think I'm busy that don't want to ask for my help. You know what? Ears up, everybody. You're all fucking wrong. Am I busy? 100%. Do I want to help? More than 1,000%. So good luck, good time. Charlie says, I'm dyslexic, so I would ask for help. No shame in asking. It's incredible how much shame that there is for people to ask for help. Right? That fear of judgment. Oh, fuck, I'm going to ask Johnny for help. He might reject me. Man, being vulnerable feels risky, but not getting help means you might not achieve those goals. So I'm with Charlie. There's no shame in asking. The need for control. We associate independence with worth. When we ask for help, we feel like failure. Maybe we want to ask for advice. Maybe there's a different choice of words that makes us feel better about ourselves. There's that past disappointment. You know, I might have had a bad experience asking Dr. Petrocelli for help. So it might teach me that asking him again might be dangerous. But the problem is the cost of silence is worse. Think about it, guys. The exhaustion. Oh, fuck, I didn't ask for help. I can't get this shit done. I'm thinking Marcus was stressed out because he couldn't get on, but he could have just asked for help. The loneliness, the emotional stagnation. So, nation, you know how we lean into stoicism here on the show? Here's a stoic reframe. Asking for help is a conscious, courageous act. Hey, reframe it. Can I get some advice? Petro, can I get some advice for something? It's like, sure. What do you need advice in? Hey, Charlie, can I get some advice? No, because I'm dyslexic. Oh, okay. Still, I want to ask for some advice. So there's a way to focus that strength when it truly matters. That true resilience isn't doing everything alone, you guys. It's knowing when to share the weight. And it's funny, as we age, we think to ourselves, there's every reason not to ask for help. I would suggest there's every reason to ask for help. Start small. Let one person in. Maybe ask your kid. Surprise them. Hey, Carter, can I get some help? Really? You're asking me for help, Dad? I am. Because I trust you. So, nation, as you hear me rattle off the Ask for Help segment, who's the one person? Is there a person you've been afraid to let in? Maybe today's the day that, as you're listening to me encourage you to ask for help, maybe today's the day you say, you know what, I'm going to go ask this person for help. And hey, if you've been wanting to ask me for help, but have been assuming all along that I'm too busy, you're wrong. 431-300-3005. 431-300-3005. I'll offer you help. I got men all the time texting me saying, hey, dude, I'm going through something. Like, yeah. Let's talk about it. Guys, let's pivot over to Substack. Let's move it over. Let's move it over to Betsy Siebold. She emphasizes the power and simplicity of walking as a stress buster. And Jon Petrocelli chiming in here for our Asking Help segment, he says, Google Trends will show you that asking for help is an extremely frequent behavior, but people apparently do most of it in private. Interesting. Too much pride. You know what's funny? There's probably a complete show about asking for help, asking for advice. That's why I think Petro, it's a way of reframing it. Petro, maybe it's a conversation for Friday. You know, our resident social science doctor, the big man himself, Dr. John Petrocelli, the bullshit professor. Maybe Petro, it's just a way of reframing the question. Maybe it's about teaching people that asking for advice might lower the barrier of being dismissed. Maybe if I'm asking you for advice, maybe I have less fear of you not giving me the help that I need. I don't know. It's interesting to me though. But good times, right, man? It is embarrassing to ask. And I got to think it's because of pride and ego. Let's put it out there, right? You know, John, successful man, has a presence about him, has an aura about him. It's intimidating asking somebody for help. But the funny thing is, as we have all gotten to know him, and Sullivan, I appreciate your comments, man. I appreciate your kindness. It's like, could you imagine asking Dwayne Johnson for help? He's like, I'm not going to ask The Rock for help. He doesn't have time to give me help. Yet Dwayne's probably like, fuck, I'd love to help Charlie. He just doesn't ask. So guys, there's power in asking, man. We just got to slow down and put that ego aside. Put that ego aside and lean in for help. And I think it's an age thing too, because I have been easier to ask for help. All right, let's continue with Betsy Seabolt, emphasizing that the power and simplicity of walking as a stress buster. Guys, that was my cardio today. I went for a walk today. I got on the tread for 30. Petro did a good 30-minute walk. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, got a bunch of work done while I was walking the whole time before my lift. But as Betsy Seabolt says, you don't need a gym. You don't need special equipment. You don't even need special shoes. Just comfortable shoes. Some can even argue you don't even need shoes. Bare feet could work. Andersen's a bare feet kind of guy. But that short walk, yeah? Is that how you enunciate it? Walk. There's the power of live. I've said it before, live is more about yourself, not about anybody else. Because you're like, oh, I guess that's how I say walk. A short walk. There you go, Neiman. Walk. Lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, boosting mood, increasing calm. But there's a Stanford research that says walking boosts creativity. That is why I'm feeling so fucking creative today, because I walked for an hour today before I got my lift in. That must be it. Yep. And then Harvard supports it, saying regular walkers experience lower stress and anxiety. And here's the thing, guy. Apple admits they put the 10,000 step thing. It's a marketing thing. We don't need 10,000 steps. Just get moving. Get moving and get lifting. You need to be strong, stronger physical and stronger mental resilience. So nation, I got an invitation for you today. Have you gone for a walk yet today? Charlie, Petro, Sully? If you haven't, I'd encourage you, get that walk in. 5 minutes, 10, just get the walk in. Get it in and get after it. All right, let's pivot over to LinkedIn. Before we do that, though, let's see what Petro's got in the comments here. Dr. Jon Petrocelli, asking for help can lead the helper to like the person they're helping more. Oh, interesting. I like this. It's called the Ben Franklin effect. If Franklin wanted someone to like him, he would ask to borrow one of their books. Dude, that's fascinating. And hey, good time. We know that we know that Petro has a few books in his library. He's only read half of them. So he's probably got half of them to lend out that he hasn't even read yet. Good time. We could go to Petro's place, get all of half of his books, read half of them, and teach John. Yeah, that's exactly what we could do. Hey, so Phil Augustine over on LinkedIn. What's shaking, Phil? He's got fitness for busy leaders over 40. Stop chasing more time. Yes. So Phil challenges the idea that everyone has the same amount of time for fitness. Oh, my ears are up on this one. Neiman, I may have an opinion as I continue to consume this. So let's just see here. So Phil Augustino challenges the idea that everyone has the same amount of time for fitness. Well, fuck yeah. We all got 24 hours in a day. I get the same time as you, Neiman. I get the same time as Petro, same time as Good Time, same time as Johnny. But according to Phil, he says, it's unrealistic for busy professionals, especially those with kids and mortgages, to follow advice designed for young, single fitness coaches. Really? The main obstacle for his clients over 40, the belief that serious fitness requires hours of daily training. The truth, an efficient plan is more effective than simply finding more time. I would agree with that. Yeah. Aim for 2 to 3 weightlifting sessions per week. That's enough for most men over 40 to maintain muscle and strength. Quality over fatigue. Yeah, true story. Make fitness fit your lifestyle. Yeah, true story. Move daily beyond the gym. True story. Rest and sleep. True story. True story. True story. So yes, I am on this. I was concerned that I might have been on a different page as I was going through this. Yep. Because anybody that tells me that they don't have enough time to get their shit done, oh, baby, let's have a chat. I got 24 hours. You got 24 hours. Petro's got 24 hours, and so does Charlie. The same 24 hours. How we choose to use them is our skill set. So don't tell me you don't have time for non-negotiables, which is yourself, your human, your own mirror, mentally and physically. True motherfucking story. Right, Maya?
So take at least 10 minutes to walk today to clear your head. And stop trying to carry everything alone. Text someone you trust and ask for help. No matter what's going on in your life, you're never too busy to take care of your body. Seriously, fellas, unless you want to move around with a walking stick and wear diapers one day, pause your day and go lift some weights. Want your story featured on Mornings in the Lab? Tag us in your next post. What if everything you believed about toughness was wrong? Picture this. You're 25, you've just landed your dream job coaching elite runners at Nike, and then you see something that makes your stomach turn. Do you stay quiet and protect your career, or do you risk everything to do what's right? Most people would shut up and choose survival. This guy chose truth. For a decade, he paid the price. Lost opportunities, shattered relationships, a potential ban from the sport he loved. But here's what most miss. That crucible didn't break him. It revealed a profound truth about real performance. Real toughness isn't about grinding harder or faking confidence. It's about clarity and knowing who you are, what you're doing, and where you belong. Mornings in the Lab is excited to celebrate Steve. Best-selling author, performance scientist, and Olympic coach who's helping 40,000 plus people win the inside game. Follow Steve and discover what sustainable excellence actually looks like.
Hey, follow Steve, eh? Follow Steve. Steve with no last name. All kidding aside, Steve Magnus, mental and physical performance. We're celebrating you here today. Hey, Steve. Hey, here's something many high performers get backwards. Their socks. Neiman's like, what? Did he just say socks? Yeah, I did. True story. That's the power of live. You can choose your words. Yep. So, hey, high performers think more pressure, more grinding, more sacrifice equals better results. Hold the fucking horses. You mean it doesn't? I've lived my whole life that way. Well, Steve Magnus spent 10 years learning the hard way that's a lie. At 25, the guy had a dream job at Nike coaching Olympians. Yep, that's a true story, apparently. And then he saw coaching crossing ethical lines, and he had a choice. Do I cross the unethical line with them, or do I stay quiet and keep climbing? Or do I blow the whistle? Do I become a whistleblower and lose everything? You know, actually, I'd like to have a whistleblower on the show. Like, Neiman, Jimmy, what constitutes somebody who decides to become a whistleblower? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to go and fucking disrupt the whole industry and world that I'm working in and become a whistleblower. Why aren't more people whistleblowers? I'm wondering. Charlie, do you ever wonder that? Petro, actually, John, for you, Mr. Social Scientist, why aren't more people whistleblowers? Because I'm thinking, man, there's fucking tons of secrets across the entire planet. And people are like, yeah, I want to be a whistleblower, but I just don't know how. Like, do we actually not have that many pot stirrers in the world, Melissa? Is that what you're saying to me? Like, they're not. So, like, this is actually fascinating because if somebody sees something that is inappropriate yet turn a blind eye to it, you are equally complicit. Where Magnus is like, nah, I'm just fucking getting out of here. He's like, he chose integrity. And he's like, nope, I'm out of here. And it cost him dearly. But that decade in the wilderness taught him what real toughness actually is. Not fake bravado or grinding yourself into dust. It's having clarity on who you are, what matters, and where you belong. And it's funny, actually, because, you know, it's funny we said, Melissa, hypocrites. I might argue that the nation that I live in and the nation just south of me, we're all just hypocrites because we all don't like what's happening, yet we just continue to perpetuate it. We all just continue to be complicit in it. The idea of a whistleblower is fascinating to me. You know, you work in an organization, all these secrets, all these things you know. You're protected by the whistleblower. Law, isn't there a law? I think there's a whistleblower law, isn't there? I think there's like a law that protects people from giving truth. But why don't more people share the shit that's happening behind the closed doors of organizations? I'm just thinking McDonald's. I don't know. I'm not trying to suggest McDonald's is nefarious. I'm just thinking of a brand that came to my head. Like there must be shit that goes on behind the scenes that a whistleblower would just destroy it all. Maybe Edward Snowden is the ultimate whistleblower. Hey, would we agree with that one? Fuck yeah, I think so. Yeah. And it's interesting, Neiman. We all are hypocrites. Example, I love meat, but I won't kill the cow to eat the meat. Oh, that's a profound statement with so much truth attached to it. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, listen, hey, Magnus, I appreciate your integrity, man. I appreciate you walking away and saying to yourself, nah, I got no fucking time for that. So you're drinking the same Kool-Aid we're drinking here on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network, part of Mornings in the Lab, Keith, Jon, and Friends, and Kindness Rising. Would love to have you on the show and talk about that decision you made. So the invite's open, brother. Mornings in the Lab, the community corner, creator spotlight. Let's get you up here and celebrate you and celebrate somebody in your orbit on an upcoming creator spotlight segment. Okay. Hey, Neiman, Jimmy, I think you guys learned something out of our creator spotlight. I think I learned here live on the show that we can probably create like an outro from our creator spotlight into the outro. So we probably can create like a transition segment from that to where we're going now. I'm just thinking out loud here right now. Yeah, true story. I could have said it on the meeting, or I could talk about it just in front of everybody. So yeah, that's probably something we could do, which is a transition out of creator spotlight into this part of the show that we call the outro that starts to sound like this. Kind of a dumb, maybe, I think. Yeah. I don't know, but maybe not as obvious. But hey, we are building a live network. Hey, Neiman, Jimmy, we think about this so somebody else doesn't have to think about it. Right? So that when they join our network, like, oh yeah, these guys thought it all out. True story. Yeah. Okay, so I am coming to the outro. Yeah, we call this part of the show the opposite of the intro. The outro. It's where I recap what we did today, even though we didn't talk about anything we were planning on talking, most of it anyways. And going to set up tomorrow's show. So it goes like this. Nation, this is a wrap. Yeah, true story. We started light with your coffee mug exposes you. We talked about chickens with their heads cut off. Yeah, we did. We talked about skinning beavers. And guys, get your head out of the fucking gutter. No, real beavers. Jimmy. Settle down, man. Skinning real beavers. Yes, I know we're a morning show that talks about stuff that men don't talk about elsewhere, including beavers. We talked about it here on the show today. Yeah. We talked about the hidden stress habit killing gains. We named it. We called it sleep. We also rolled through the idea of, did you close your garage door today? Or is it still sitting there open? And Sullivan, we touched all the bases. Yes, including touched myself a few times throughout the show. Did I just say that? I did. Yeah, I'm feeling good with myself today. Feeling like I'm going to live a lot longer after the last few days. True story. Read between the lines on that one. So guys, if you got value from today's conversation, please, I invite you to hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends, drop a comment. Tomorrow we're back with another awesome lineup. We got a former German military sergeant named Bjorn Hagerman joining us if he can figure out the instructions. Hey, good time. Should we start bets? Does he figure out the instructions or not? You know what? You guys, if you guys want, send me your email address. I will send you the instructions that we send all of our guests. And because you guys are on the team with me, you guys will all want to fucking see it. Because when guests try to get on, you guys can be laughing like I'm laughing behind the scenes, wondering if they're getting on. So drop me your email address, 431-300-300, and I'll send you the instructions. You guys can see that we send our guests. Yeah, I'll send you an email, and I'll show you how easy it is to get on mornings in the lab. Yeah. Yeah. True story. Yep, it absolutely did. Guys, we'll see you in less than 22 hours. Where? Right here. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. 8 o'clock live Eastern time, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. And of course, right before us, Matt Roof gets up and gets after to help you guys get up with a dose of kindness. 7:30, Kindness Rising. We'll see you guys tomorrow.